then when Solomon used his wisdom, they said, saw the child into two and give a portion to one and the other to the other. The real mother of the child said, no, don't kill. Take, leave him alive. Solomon knew that the one that is saying, go ahead, saw him, is not the rightful person. That was the child. When you own a thing, you will protect it. And that's why the Bukuma people have stood for peace. You're talking about development. We want development not only for our community, but for the state and the nation. So we are doing all we can within the ambits of law, knowing that we are not only the owners of that place by tradition, by nature. God has given it to us. For over 400-500 years, we've been in that settlement. We know when they came around, 1882, thereabout. We've been there for hundreds of years.
Before they came.
Hundreds of years. We know the few people that were around, within different times around us. But for us, the Bukuma people, our ancestry dates back over 400 years. And we have enjoyed unfettered access to the entirety of that island. Got judgments to that effect. Even the particular land in question, they are saying in one of their broadcasts that it does not have to do with that land. But I have here, and when the night time comes, I will also read some sections that brought their name in.
Hopefully we get those questions coming from the listener. Sam in Port Harcourt is on the line. Sam, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, Sam, go on.
Okay. My name is Honorable Ambassador Obi Sam Elekima Alhaji. I am from, by the grace of God, I am from Tombia and Bukuma Kingdom. They are both separate kingdoms on their own. I am the son of the soil. I want to use the opportunity to advise our brothers, the Bakana people, and other persons trying to invade and forcefully claim the God-given asset of the Bukuma Agum people. The reason why I'm saying this is we are all the youth. Our fathers might have made one or two mistakes, and I think it's time for us to correct these mistakes. Because if we don't, we will leave it for our children unborn to come and inherit it, which is not good. We are all aware that there is always a natural boundary of every settlement. Now, the Bakana people are trying to forcefully claim that God has given to the Bukuma people. Bukuma people are doing their own. Bakana people are doing their own. We are pleading on them and the state government, the federal government, to please come. They said they speech in time saves life.
All right, Sam.
Has their youth.
Thank you very much. We have to move on quickly. We don't have a lot of time. Fubara is in Port Harcourt. Good morning to you, Fubara.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, what I want to tell right now is very simple. We have history. In the days when I was in secondary school, in 1984, I met the centenary of Bukuma City. That alone shows that history was noted. And the history also tells us that Bukuma Agum community came to that highland before any other community. It is very clear and known. So I wonder where that Ifiemi got his own history. Ifiemi, as I'm telling you, at the time I was in school, 1984, I'm sure Ifiemi was not even born. So while he was doing his presentation, he was making statement and was saying, the Royal Highness, the King of Agum Bukuma, does not know. I was surprised. He's a little boy, and I'm sure he's in his early 30s. Now, let me say something clear. That as blessed as Bukuma is, that is the same way Kalabari land is blessed. Kalabari is blessed with cotton channel. The Bukuma man would not go to cotton channel and claim anything there. But because they know that this time, our blessings want to show itself. And all of us from the Kalabari land who benefit, they are coming to our own place. Let us mind where we know that we have natural boundaries.
All right, Fubara.
Thank you.
Thank you. Amakri, Port Harcourt, good morning. We lost the call from Amakri. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. Numbers that you can call to contribute this morning or ask your questions. What was said by Fubara, it sounded as though he feels a resource or the benefits that this investment, this development would bring could be the major reason behind why we have what we have. Do you share the same view? Do you think, Chief, let's say, do you think that's exactly why we have what?
Of course.
But can't we have that development and both communities benefit from it?
Possible.
So why don't we take that route?
Because of greed. Now you see, you just said it right, you hit the nail on the head. If there was nothing to gain as it were, you would not see anything. I made it clear in the Office of the Commissioner of Chieftaincy and Community Affairs that if somebody is cooking or frying in his kitchen and I live opposite the kitchen, my door, my window is seeing the person frying chicken or doing whatever, and the aroma of what the person is doing begins to get aromatized to where I am and it's entering my nose. And rather than coming to say, hello neighbor, can I have a pinch of what you're doing? I rather, because I have some level of mind or whatever advantage I think I have, I jump into the person's kitchen, carry the person's cooker and the food and everything. In fact, tell the person to walk out of the house that I want to eat because I have some apparent advantage. That's the situation. We have impacted communities in our areas. For instance, if a project is going on here, if you're separated by land boundaries or water boundaries or whatever, you could be an impacted community, no doubt. When EIA is done, whatever, will know how the extent to which you could be considered an impacted community. But at the same time, know your boundary, know your limit. The Bukuma and the Bakana is separated by a mighty river.
Which they cannot even swim.
Mighty.
They can't swim.
We walk on foot
Yes.
to every section of our communal land. And then you cross the water and come that you own a land in a place where before you came, those people have lived hundreds of years.
All right, let's go to the phone lines again. Alabo is on the line from Port Harcourt. Alabo, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
All right, go on.
Please, I want to also plead with the government to call Mama soldiers to order, because the gun they are carrying today is not the last one they manufactured. It's not the last one they are carrying. We all know how to do these things. We don't want to take laws into our hands. I'm pleading on the federal government and the state government to do something about it before it gets out of hand. Thank you.
All right, Consider in Bukuma. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. My name is Consider Clifford Ikriko.
All right, go on,
I'm
Consider.
From Bukuma Kingdom, Agum. Yes, in regarding to the dispute that we are having with so-called Ifiemi community, I don't know. It's very clear. I don't know why this family called Ifiemi, they are trying to claim what does not belong to them. Because if you look carefully, the boundary that we are having with them is not a land boundary that you say maybe we might have crossed or they are coming or they are trying to claim it. But it's a very mighty sea that demarcated we and them. A very mighty sea. So they shouldn't try what they are trying to do. Because in several times we've won that same dispute that we are having with them in case we've won it. And they shouldn't come up just because they've heard that fairly global they've come to the land. So it's really uncalled for.
All right, Consider, thank you. Let's see if we can take one more. Clever in Bukuma, quickly. Good morning. We lost the call from Clever. All right, we'll just come to the studio now and wrap this up. The Boundary Commission, have the Boundary Commission been visited? Any report has been filed there to get clarity on these issues, Chief?
Well, the place in question, it has nothing to do, or there's a natural boundary. That is the very mighty river, which
that separated both guys.
Of course, very mighty. You can't swim now. The so-called equipment people coming to drag
So
land.
let's leave the swimming out.
Okay.
Anybody can learn. Anybody is possible to learn or not.
If you want to, you will cross. So there's no.
But you can't cross by swimming.
You cannot. You cannot swim.
Vast.
So already there's a natural boundary. That's like as the callers have said. There's a natural boundary. That is the water, very big river. So that does not require the adjustment. If it is a within the land where two communities are, the boundary adjustment can come in. But this is a natural boundary, which is a very big river.
Doc, let's come to you as we attempt to wrap up, because we'd just like you to put in final words. So now going forward, what do you think would be the best way to resolve this? How can we address this so that it benefits both communities and we do not get to a point where possibly future investors who are watching would see this and begin to feel like, oh, we don't want to come and do business here?
Thank you. Before I say right to my round in my complete speech, we have said that we want peace and we need the government to wade into this matter properly so that there will be lasting peace and development in the area. And like I also did say, we have court judgments in favor of our community. One of the judgments, some families in Bakana took us to court over that piece of land, where amongst their claims, they said Abalakiri, Ekwemikiri, Atekiri area, Ekekekiri area, situated opposite the Bagana on the west side of New Calabar River. Now, these are the communities they mentioned. And the survey plan that was used in that case, up to the one between us and Tombia, covered the entirety of that land. And it was judged and pronounced that the entirety of that land belongs to the Bukuma people. So whatever is in it belongs to the Bukuma people. That's one. Secondly, they said in one of their broadcasts that one of our brothers was arrested, two of them. One was discharged by name late Combo Alex, and then Adoke Alex was jailed because they owned the place, he trespassed. That was a case that was reported, and then the state took it over. Now, after the magistrate court, an appeal was made by our people to the High Court. And in the High Court, the judgment of the appeal court that gave a 14 days sentence to Adoke Alex was put aside. And that suit was filed in the year, the judgment was given in the year 2010, 14th day of July, between Adoke Alex versus the Commissioner of Police, handled by the DPP. And the final judgment states that, just hold on please, because they said this in public.
Because we have few seconds.
I therefore resolve this issue in favor of the appellants and against the respondent. Grounds 2 and 3 of the appeal succeeds, and therefore this appeal is allowed. The judgment of this trial Chief Magistrate Court includes of the conviction and sentence of the appellants is hereby set aside in this
we might not need to get the whole detail, because you've already said it was set aside and you have the document. So but the main thing now is
free, and they shouldn't use that as an evidence.
So the main thing is, in 2 words, how can we ensure we don't have this kind of problems in our communities to hinder future development? In 2 words, if you can.
Everybody should know his boundary.
Okay.
Stick to his boundary.
Thank you very much.
Don't encroach.
Hope from Bukuma. Unfortunately, we can't take your call. We have to go. A commercial is next. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. All the best. My name is Ifiemi Andrew. Good morning.